One of the most disturbing things in life, in my personal opinion, is a home invasion. I believe that most home invasions can be prevented. It's just a matter of not being caught off guard. And in this video, I want to talk about a particular mistake that we should avoid with regards to a potential home invader. Stick around. Home invasions are a very real thing. Okay, there have been many of them. I'm not creating this video to scare you or to create paranoia in your heart, but I believe learning how to protect our home and keeping the wrong people out is a very important thought process. Before we get into the meat of this video, let's briefly talk about the ways home invasions can take place. Well, number one, they can take place through some sort of secretive entry, breaking in, sneaking in through a window, finding an unlocked door. There's forced entry. There's some home invasions that have taken place where the doors were just busted in pretty quickly. It could be coercion, it could be some type of persuasion. I'm so-and-so, I do this and that, can I come in? But one thing I like to use in my videos a lot is examples from movies. Now, I won't pull an example from a movie unless I believe that example could really happen and that it has happened. I'm sure many of you have seen the movie Unbreakable by M. Night Shyamalan with Bruce Willis. It's an awesome film. It came out around 2000. It's a movie about a guy discovering that he does indeed have some superpowers, and one of those superpowers is extrasensory perception. Long story short, he's able to make contact with people and have a vision, so to speak, on crimes they have committed. He bumps into this one guy and has a vision of something he did earlier that day, and that was a home invasion. Now, this part of the movie was very eerie because it showed how the guy gained entry into the home.
Can I come in? Who are you?
This scenario could happen in a number of ways. The family could be hanging out and the wife could say, "There's a weird guy standing in the yard coming up to the door. Can you check it out?" And the dad walks up to the door, and by that time he's opening the door and here's the other guy right outside the screen door. Well, it's good to know Dad's intuition was on point.
No, you can't come in.
Here's where this and every other situation like this goes bad.
Are you sure? What do you...
And therein lies the problem with most people, and that is access to the home is too easy, and a lot of people on the inside are not really strong enough to deal with people on the outside. The home invader was stronger than the father. He simply grabbed the door and pulled the door open and pulled the father with him. There should never be an unlocked door between you and someone you don't feel right about, ever. A locked door gives you time to respond. Now, let's just say that this scenario was not a movie, but it was real life. Well, the dad and the main protector of the family was already overthrown, was already in the clutches of a stronger man. Here's my rule about anybody wanting to come into my home. If I'm not expecting you, you're not coming in. Now, in this scenario, in this movie, it was easy to know this guy was a creep, and the father picked up on that immediately. But the thing is, he did not have the reinforcements in place to protect him from his own intuition. Let me ask you an honest question, and I want you to do some soul searching. How reinforced is your home? If somehow or another a madman was on the loose, or some crazy person had, for whatever reason, set his sights on your home, how reinforced is your home if he decides, this is my day to come in? I have people in my life that I'm very close to. Their doors are never locked. I can walk in anytime I want to. It is not hard to flip a lock on a door to keep the outside world from walking into your house. It's just not hard to do. And you're not paranoid because you lock your doors. Now, if you want to know what happens in the movie, I'm actually not going to spoil that one for you. Unbreakable is a classic. I think you need to see it. It's a good movie. And I think it was probably the catalyst for all these comic book films that came out in the last 25 years. Nevertheless, I felt like the example from that film was perfect. It was perfect on how there are people who are just crazy. There are criminals and psychos who will set their sights on certain people, certain families, a certain home. And this particular psycho just decided to do I'm gonna walk right in kind of approach. I'm gonna creep out the owner. He's gonna turn me down and I'm gonna walk in anyway. When the dad said, no, you can't come in, The intruder said, "Are you sure?" And there are people in this world that are that way. If there's anything in life we should be thinking about protecting, it is our home. Inside of our homes are our most prized possessions, and I'm not talking about material items. It should be very hard for someone to get in your home. You should make it very hard. And even if they're at your doorstep, trying to get in, bent on getting in, you need to have things in place that will at least buy you time. And when that time is over, you need something really effective to defend yourself with. Here in America, it's usually a classic shotgun for home defense. That is my recommendation for home defense above anything else, is a shotgun. Now, if I would have been the father of that home, that intruder would have had a bad day. I'm always packing and I can get to it quick. First off, there would have been a locked door between me and that guy. Second of all, I'm not going to stand there and play tug of war with somebody who may be potentially physically stronger than me. No unsecured entry points, my friend. None. Thanks for watching. Take care.